Dong Si is a young market worker who strikes up a friendship with a local thug nicknamed Old Dog. Old Dog works for the owner of a mahjong parlor, Brother San, who secretly runs a drug operation. Cunning and cautious, San exposes a police inspector posing as a customer, but has no idea that Dong Zi, who picked a fight with that same officer, is also an undercover cop. But what happens when law enforcement launches a raid? After all, Dong Zi and Old Dog have already become genuine friends. On the Chinese internet, Bleed for Past has been compared to several Asian crime films, the Korean The Yellow Sea and New World, as well as the Hong Kong classic City on Fire. And while it's pointless to deny that the creators of Bleed for Past have surely seen those remarkable films, Jiang Xiao-Tong's movie feels even closer to a Western counterpart, the gangster saga Donnie Brasco, starring Johnny Depp and Al Pacino. Bleed for Past and Donnie Brasco share so much, particularly in their first halves, that at times it almost feels like the former is a full-on remake of the latter, adjusted for Chinese cultural specifics. At the very least, Old Dog is drawn with the same strokes as Pacino's Lefty. Both characters are aging men who sit low in the criminal hierarchy, respected in their circles, yet never taken entirely seriously. Dong Zi, played by Liu Yite, mirrors Johnny Depp's character, an undercover cop who gradually forms a sincere bond with his eccentric, unlucky, but kind-hearted mentor. The deeper he gets, the harder it becomes to imagine the future. How will he look his friend in the eyes once the truth comes out? The film is directed by Jiang Xiao-Tong, a specialist in comedies and crime thrillers. He works exclusively in online cinema, but his projects belong to the top tier, solid budgets and the best actors one can secure for an internet release. Bleed for Past features two major stars, comedian Bei-Er, who has convincingly shifted to playing psychos and villains in recent years, portrays Brother San, and Zhang Wu, a remarkable dramatic actor, turns Old Dog into one of the most endearing criminals in modern Chinese cinema. His character understands perfectly well who he is and where he stands, but he has no way out. Years ago, he went into debt with Brother San to help his wife overcome drug addiction, and now he's forced to work for him, constantly walking a fine line between conscience and obligation. It's not that Zhang Wu plays him with exceptional subtlety or depth, but he deploys his natural charm exactly when it's needed, while the director supports him with precise comedic and emotional beats. For at least its first hour, Bleed for Past is an excellent example of a crime film that confidently balances thriller, action, and comedy. Unfortunately, the climax fails to maintain that balance and shifts the movie into pure action. Instead of resolving the moral dilemmas it sets up, the film throws all its characters into a single chaotic bloodbath just to see who survives. In Hong Kong action films of the 80s and 90s, which Bleed for Past inevitably also draws inspiration from, scripts often worked this way, slicing through conflicts with machetes and ending on a meaningful, well, they all died. And back then it felt organic. But times have changed and modern cinema demands a more nuanced approach. It's clear that censorship likely played a role as well. Chinese regulators are extremely strict about depictions of justice and police procedure. But the result is still disappointing. Bleed for Past could have been a truly great film. Instead, it turned into exactly what its title implies, an old dog that either couldn't or didn't want to learn new tricks.